Hey guys, goal this week is to increase your sleep and decrease your stress. So these two things are directly related to your nutrition, how much you're going to eat, and the type of food choices that you are going to choose to eat.
Yep. They're directly correlated. If you have less sleep, you probably have more stress. If you have more stress, you could get less sleep. The National Sleep Foundation used to recommend 6 to 8 hours of sleep per night, but they have raised that to 7 to 9. So nobody should be getting under 7 hours of sleep. If you are getting adequate sleep, you will be doing better in your workouts, you'll be feeling better, you'll be performing better, and just overall your whole health and your food choices will be better.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of people out there think, I've been getting 5 or 6 hours of sleep and I've been doing fine. And you may be getting by, but I can guarantee that you'd be performing and feeling a lot better if you had gotten more.
Absolutely.
So getting by does not mean ideal. So goal this week is to increase your sleep and decrease your stress. And we want to talk a little bit about what a constant sleep deprivation can cause. So if you're one of those people who is chronically, at that 5-6 hour mark, this can increase a hormone called cortisol. So this is the hormone that stores particularly belly fat. So around your midsection, it'll increase that hormone, and you're more likely to hold fat around the midsection. It'll be really hard to shake that weight off. It can give you a false sense of hunger. So it's interesting, sleeping less, you're going to find yourself more hungry. And I think some people also get into the mindset that, sleep is like a sedentary activity, and the more I sleep, the more weight I'm going to have or something. The more you sleep, the more you're going to recover, the more good fat-burning hormones you're going to have, and you're actually going to be in better shape and burn more fat. I wouldn't think of sleep as a sedentary thing at all. It's your body recovering, and it's imperative.
Yeah, and you'll have more energy throughout the day and be more active overall.
Yeah. So adequate sleep is going to increase that good hormone, HGH, human growth hormone, and you can think of this as your natural steroids. This is an anabolic hormone, so this builds lean muscle mass. It does the opposite of what cortisol does. So when you have sleep deprivation, you're not sleeping enough, you're increasing that bad hormone cortisol. When you are sleeping enough, you're increasing human growth hormone, and you're going to be burning more fat, building more lean muscle.
Yeah, and to go off of what Tommy said about that false sense of hunger, if you're tired or you haven't gotten enough sleep, it might also lead you to have poor food choices. We've used this example in the past of, if you're out drinking and you choose those poor food choices late night. The same kind of thing with if you're not getting enough sleep and you're tired, you're not gonna want to make a healthy meal. You're just gonna reach for something quick and easy, and it might not be the best choice for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You can think of sleep deprivation almost as being impairing your memory, or you're impairing your decisions, kind of like alcohol.
Yes.
So when you're tired, you're not thinking clearly. So you're gonna be reaching for those sugary carbohydrate snacks out of poor judgment, as well as your body's actually physiologically craving those carbohydrates because you're fatigued and it's craving those simple sugars. So not only physiologically, but also poor mental cognition. You're not making good choices. So you have a couple things acting against you when you're not well rested.
So in order to get good sleep, some strategies for going to bed, we recommend that you put down the electronics. Don't have your phones, your iPads, any of your tablets in bed with you. That bright screen just stimulates your brain, and it's harder to kind of shut it down. Not to watch TV. If you're the type of person that needs to unwind a little bit, maybe watch TV downstairs, but then when you go up to bed, maybe look at a book, read a magazine, do something that doesn't have that bright light that is kind of stimulating your brain, and it'll be easier to get to sleep a little bit faster.
Yeah, absolutely. So going off what Beth said, that bright light almost acts like the sun. So our bodies are meant to, go to sleep when the sun sets, wake up when it rises. And when you have the lights on in your house, when you're watching TV or looking at your phone in bed, you're actually tricking your brain into thinking it's daytime still. So you're prolonging, and you may think, I'm not tired because your body's awake. Well, your body's awake because you're keeping it awake with that screen. So try to get into a ritual where you kind of put that stuff away later at night, and you're going to find yourself naturally getting a little bit more tired and getting ready for bed.
Yeah, and falling asleep a little bit quicker will be a little bit easier.
Absolutely. So we're going to go into a little bit more of those strategies throughout the week, but try to gather some questions and bring those to Wednesday's live meeting and start applying this as soon as you can. So tonight, try to get to bed a little bit earlier. So your homework for this week is to do just that: increase your sleep and decrease your stress. So one of the homework items for decreasing your stress on that end of the spectrum is 2 10-minute breaks throughout the day. We'd like you to take a few minutes, do some deep breathing, and kind of clear your head, kind of de-stress. So whether you want to call this meditation or a little bit of time for yourself, taking a couple of breaks throughout the day to really reset, do some of the deep breathing exercises we do at the beginning of our warm-ups or in the cool downs, and kind of get away from any chaotic stress with your job or life that's going on. A couple of breaks like that throughout the day will do wonders.
Yes, definitely. And the other part of your homework is to keep a sleep journal. You can track when you go to bed, when you wake up, so we know kind of how many hours you're getting. And then you can also use that as like a journal, a diary, and just maybe jot down some of your thoughts, which helps your brain to kind of unwind, and so you're not all those things aren't racing around in your head as you're trying to go to sleep. If you write them down in a journal, it tends to kind of just let your mind kind of ease down and go to sleep a little bit faster.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're thinking about something you have to be doing the next day, your to-do list, and you're like, oh man, I don't want to forget about this, or you're just planning your next day, jot it down, get it on paper so you can just forget about it. Set it aside and just relax and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So again, a little repeat on the homework. Increase your sleep, decrease your stress, take 2 10-minute breaks. A good quote I heard was, if I can't find 20 minutes to meditate each day, that's when I know I need an hour. So if you're so busy that you're like, I don't have 2 10-minute breaks in my day, if you find yourself that busy, you can't find 2 10-minute breaks, you probably need an hour to yourself then. So you shouldn't be so packed throughout your day, so stressed that you can't find 10 minutes for yourself. And if that's you, then this applies to you the most.
Yes, definitely.
Keep a sleep journal, track your sleep. This isn't something that we'll ask, so you don't need to pass this in. This is just something for you to reflect on. And of course, that 3-day food log that we ask for every single week. So, guys, increase that sleep, decrease your stress, and come with questions on Wednesday.
Bye, guys.